Like, she was good, but I don't think she was, like, super top tier. I think the thing about Laura was that iDom always sort of piloted that vehicle very well. So if Manon has weaknesses, I don't know that is... I don't know what it takes for iDom to switch off with a character that he might be gelling with playstyle-wise. Xombat on the loop here. Nice shimmy working out to draw first blood here in the first of our top 8 matches tonight at Casa 48.
So far, Xombat with a crazy life lead and looking to try and fall back a little bit, play a little bit more defensive, timeout with the lead, but iDom sticking out these long limbs of Manon. And I don't know how room setting changes work in 6, so I don't know if they're retroactive. But we do finally have iDom stealing the lead away.
Okay, nice pickup off the DR. Would you look at that? Didn't need a one-button macro at all. Just barely not able to close that out. 3 medals on the board, still in burnout, but that was such a strong screen position there for iDom to close that one out. And now, this is a spot where I think Manon ends up seeming super powerful. You've already got medals loaded. If you are able to get it. Now he's at medal 4. Even if Xombat wins this round 3 of this game is daunting.
And we're doing quite a bit of damage to the drive gauge here. Now in burnout, spends the level 1, gonna work as the reversal.
Love that, especially because it puts iDom back full screen using the air movement. Now it's a one-punch situation here. Damn, you're in burnout. All this is gonna be fine. Wow, iDom just stands strong to this man to the corner before he stunned his ass. Game on the board for iDom.
And I just noticed something. I believe iDom has almost always played on the player 2 side when we've had them on stream in top 8. I don't have the exact math to back that up, but I genuinely don't think I've seen them lock in the player 1 side.
Huh.
I'll have to go back and look at some point, because that is a very interesting decision if that's real.
Waiting it out, taking their turn after the light strings there for Xombat. What a whiff punish out of iDom, and you know, I say it constantly. iDom's ground game was solid with a character who was regarded as in the footsies department, and now as a character with a whiff punishment. Xombat was able to close out that round and now reset back to full screen with the life advantage off of that level 1.
I am curious about that level
that was
1.
An accident.
Big punish counter.
You know what? I like the level 1s out of Xombat because what's happening is when Xombat gets in, cashing out the level 1, gets some damage, gets some drive gauge damage, but also sends iDom back to the screen so Xombat can try to be a little bit more neutral focused. I like that call out of Xombat.
We do have the corner control now coming in here from Xombat, getting away with the raw DI. Gonna spend the level 2 here, which should kill, and we'll be able to tie up the game's scoreline 1 apiece. We are in top 8 now. As we mentioned earlier, it is now 1st to 3.
Yeah, so 1 game apiece now. And yeah, I like the way that Xombat has been approaching this, right? When there is bar available, cash out the level 1. I keep saying, use the super bar when you have it. Why not? iDom now looking really strong at the start of this round. Xombat committed a lot of drive gauge earlier on in this round to try to make something happen, and it hasn't. So now on the back foot, stuck against the wall. What a parry from iDom.
Gets the interrupt on the drive rush, but still loses out on the jump-in attempt. So now iDom gonna be sent coast to coast. The slow overhead connects, but it's a counter hit trade.
Yeah, because that came out of DR. It added so many plus frames that we still got the trade combo after it. And throw loops, my guy, take them out of the game. 5 heads. Don't take them out of the game. They need to be in it, at least right now. Xombat takes the lead for the first time now in this set.
Oh, big counter hit here. Gonna lead to another medal gains. Oh, okay. So Xombat's been doing a really good job of being able to keep the distance where they want it, right? Like iDom, you mentioned earlier, kind of just a strong player in how they want to play the neutral game, and Xombat is dictating the tempo so far.
Yeah, which I think makes sense. I think Manon is probably positioned in a similar way to Laura, where I think she kind of needs to be a counterbreaker, right? It's all about whiff punishment, and if she gets a good whiff punish, she vortexes you in and starts to play her game. So the fact that Xombat is doing a really good job of picking their options, placing them effectively, and making iDom uncomfortable.
It is also really...
I think what you need to do against Manon. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, it's really interesting to me that I feel like the Manon anti-air target combo is really inconsistent, right? Like, it's supposed to kind of be this vacuum to the ground, and more often than not, the first piece hits, and then it sends them too high for the second hit. But it's literally a target combo.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. I do know that Xombat is looking dominant right now, cashing out their whole drive game to close out that game and putting them now on set point. Wants to send iDom right down to losers. Capcom Cup champion or no, that was a whole Street Fighter game ago.
Sandblast. Xombat, again, looking to control that tempo, taking advantage of the fact that they have projectiles. And even then, like the parry, it still uses the same frames as if you had simply blocked it. So iDom, even spending the resources, doesn't get an advantage state, does able to get the corner back in their favor.
Yeah, I think this is okay, but I think what you really need to have happen here as iDom is you need Xombat to keep blocking these limbs so you can put him in burnout exactly like that. And notice, it's only once Xombat is in burnout does iDom commit to the DR and start to really chain their plus frames.
Oh my god.
DR and burnout, the plus frame advantage you get off of both of those do stack. So all of those are getting +8 when you come out of a DR.
And I made a point to say that the anti-air target combo was inconsistent. iDom just landed it 3 times in a row and won the round.
Yeah, I wonder if maybe there's something iDom is doing. I've not messed around with Manon personally, so I don't know if maybe there's something iDom is doing where he doesn't want the second hit. Maybe he's using a different knockdown situation.
So it's not just iDom.
Early here for Xombat, as we're going to get a whole lot of drive gauge back off of that touch, as well as a nice 40% or so life lead.
The life lead could be pretty huge here. Gets the juggle. That's tricky. Down tech buttons not going to work out for Xombat.
You think this is Dragon Ball Fighters? Down tech buttons?
Listen, whatever game it is, he got thrown. The shoulder charged into the wall,
oh,
and
no!
we got those.
The level 1, is that enough? Yes, it is. Xombat sends iDom down to losers, just barely getting the bar necessary. And I have to imagine that iDom respected the DI, because it was like, all right, well, I'm not going to do anything super crazy. You can even watch on the replay here as it showed up in the bottom third of the screen. You see the wake-up jab that iDom was famous for in Street Fighter V. You could never condition this man to not wake-up jab, and not working out for them well. They're not committing to the counter DI. I mean, one of the advantages of, using your lights is you can commit pretty heavily to trying to chain your lights in Street Fighter 6 and still counter DI.